I have a MacBook Pro as like my work laptop. So I do use Safari on that.
You wouldn't like it either. The others would laugh at you.
Okay.
A bit of experimenting every now and then isn't bad.
I will say the place I'm supposed to get my hair done tomorrow is apparently like, I'm a little nervous because they are like famous for more like flashy styles of like haircuts, like the wolf cut and like the hime cut and like very, very colorful cut like styles. So I'm a little nervous, but because this is the first time where I'm like, I need kind of a normal color. So I hope they can deliver, but we'll see. Brains. Hey, Banhammer. Aw, thank you, newbie. Have a good day at work. Dobro rano. Sign into an online account and go to file, add to doc. Oh. Interesting. So that you can just quickly like load it up. That might actually be really helpful for my university website, because I always have to log into this like online portal to access any of their stuff, including like my email. So if I had it just like on my doc, that would be really nice to just like instantly link to it. Hey, Silver, thank you for the hydrate. You're a zombie. Oh no, Banhammer, what happened? What happened? I hope you get lots of tasty brains though, Banhammer. Couldn't have happened to a nicer guy. Oh man. Oh, keyboardy cat. Creates a sandbox app that keeps history cookies. Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into that, Jordan, because that actually, if I can do that for my university website portal, like that'd be so awesome.
It's not about the haircut. It's about the confidence.
Oh no, the allergy. Are you on like the Benadryl cocktail where you're just kind of like sleepwalking through life? I had to take a Benadryl one time, like a full strength, not like one, when I got stung by a wasp, and I went to work and I was genuinely like, I should not have come to work. Like as a doctor, I was like seeing patients and I was like, I shouldn't be here. Like I was like, I genuinely cannot, like my brain could not function. I had a very easy day. One of many. It was a mistake, Silver. It was luckily a very easy day. Like I didn't really have anything like terrible that I had to deal with, but I was just like, I am so happy I don't have like an emergency patient or something, because my brain is just like, it was like I was making the right calls, but it was just like so slow to process. I could feel myself just being like, duh. Like it was painful. Thank you for the lurk, Eldest. Thank you. Hope Eldestmas is going well. Eldestmas is like fantastic. Eldest always looks like so full of holiday cheer. I was trying to think of like the best way to say that. Like very like festive. It's like that for you too. Yeah, it's so frustrating. I'm somebody who doesn't like to have like not have full control over myself. Like that's why I don't like drinking too much. I mean, like I'll drink a little, but I don't like drinking to the point where I feel like I'm not in control anymore, because then I get like really upset. But same thing with like medicines and stuff. I don't like the ones that make it so I can't like function. Although sometimes if you're like really sick, taking some NyQuil just so you can sleep is pretty great. But yeah. I've just been lurking because my time zone sucks, but every time I like click open the window, I'm like, oh, they look so sweet. But thank you. I know it's probably late for you, so feel free to lurk away, get some rest, whatever you need. But thank you for stopping in, Eldest. Song with a bit of experimenting. Customers should have been more open-minded. I would never let anyone androgynous touch my hair, not even if my life depended on it. I guess I'm a simple man. I don't really have opinions on hairstyles. I don't know. I think they should have been more open-minded.
I guess it just wasn't the time yet.
She tucks a strand of hair under the headscarf, because I feel like maybe if you don't want to get your hair cut crazy, but like let other people do it. I don't care. What's up with all the broken windows?
Oh, this one's a mess. There used
a
to
sigh.
be a company that promised to repair windows 24 hours a day. What could go wrong with this one, right?
They could cut your hair all crazy. Yeah, I was gonna say. I didn't know whether you were like, I'll wear a wig or. Yeah. I also like, I'm a little worried with mine going in tomorrow because since I dyed it myself the last 2 times, and it's just now gonna be, I think, like almost 6 weeks since I dyed it last, which is kind of like, that's like my minimum amount of time between dyes usually is like 6 weeks. 6 to 8 weeks is usually like what I aim for. But I really like, I have very thin hair, and I'm hoping that I don't like get it destroyed. This might be the last time you see this color for a bit, Aldous, because I'm actually going in tomorrow to get it changed. I like this color too. I actually like the bottom. The bangs are a different color because of just like how the hair washes. But it's like when the sun hits it and stuff, it's very pink. Like very pink. And I probably wouldn't mind it if I was in a different setting, but in Japan, in like the job I have, in Japan already, it's kind of like a culture that sort of encourages you to like blend in a little bit more. But in my lab, they've been very nice and they don't really care too much, but I had to go to a conference last month and do a presentation, and this was like a big deal kind of presentation, and I could tell that it was like the appearance was maybe like a bit of a hurdle for people. And I also had another experience where like going to clinics in rural Japan is a little tough, because there was genuinely, I listened as the clinic director was like, maybe we should put her at the back of the room so people don't see her when they first enter, because they think that like they thought I would basically like kind of scare some of the people away. But yeah, but even for my old job, this is like a little too pink. Like it doesn't look as pink right now in this lighting, but it's like it's very like fuchsia pink, and I wanted more of like a red color. I want something that's like interesting but looks like a little more believable as like a natural color. Cooler blue color. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I mean it's been like 4 months like or like 3 months like this. But yeah, I'm aiming, but we'll see, because I mean every time I've gone to a hairstylist here, they have not been able to get it right, so I'll probably ask for one thing and who knows what I'll end up with. So
Turns out the business was actually set up as a front for an illicit group that was producing snuff medias. Who would have guessed?
I have a feeling electrochemistry is about to chime in.
What's the snuff milieu? Trust me, you don't want to know.
Oh, Half-Light chimed in.
And they never cleaned up the debris either. Now it's just littering the hallway, and I have no idea how to get rid of it on my own.
Yeah, what is a snuff milieu? I want to know. But I don't want to know. Half-Light said I don't want to know, and if Half-Life says I don't want to know, I probably don't want to know. Half-Light is what? It's something to threaten. Like, ooh. Half-Light's right. We don't want to know. Oh, man. Milieu means... Yeah, I don't know. Saying that Japan is into conformity is like saying water is what it lacks. It's true, but lacks depth. Yeah, it's very like... Well, because it's like... It's sort of one of those things where, like, you know, there's always exceptions to the rule. So there are, like... kind of like the extreme case, like this salon is an example of like this catering to these extreme cases where it's like people getting like the really adventurous colors and like extensions and like the kind of like crazy cuts, like the hime cut where like they have like the chunk of hair that's cut to here and then like here and then long, like very like anime-esque styling. And you do see that in like some of the sections of the city. But overall, I would say that the city is very like conformist, yeah. And I find that like actually I was talking to some of my lab mates. I'm gonna say it's a shame about this window, so I'm not even gonna ask about that milieu.
Yeah. don't.
Yeah. Some of my lab mates, I was talking to them about like wanting to change my hair color, and because a lot of them are like, no, we like your hair color, we like this color. But then I finally kind of like kept poking at them because I was like, do you really? And it's more of like living vicariously through me. Like a lot of them are like, we wish we could have like crazier colored hair and stuff, but we can't because of the job or because our hair is like, one of my friends, she really, really wants like blonde hair, or like a light pink hair, but because her hair is just like straight black, she can't do it because it would just like kill her hair. Like the few times she's done it, it like wrecked her hair, and it didn't last that long. So I'm like, I kind of get that, like you always want like, and then so when somebody has what you want and they're like, oh, I want to change this, you're like, no, don't, you're crazy. But yeah, I think I'm at the point where I need to start, because I'm going to be sort of like looking for, if I want to stay here, I have to like start thinking about job opportunities. So I need to have something that's a little more believable. I don't have to be like straight black or brown because I'm a foreigner. Like I can have believable other hair colors, but it needs to be something more believable. It can't be like fuchsia pink. Thank you, Kat. I hope you have a lovely night too. Get some sleep, and thank you for popping in and saying hello. I'm also calling you Kat because Cricket calls you that, but if you don't want me to call you that, please correct me. They produce animes whose characters, they produce anime but never make characters with normal hair colors. Yeah. Okay, I was just making sure because I like, in my head I was like, I don't know if that's like a nickname that only Cricket's allowed to say, or normal hair colors from where they're also harder to animate. Oh, interesting. It's hard to color that's fair. I can understand that, because trying to draw like people with dark hair as well, like black hair in pictures and stuff, it is hard. It is kind of like you're much more limited. And you kind of have to like be a little more experimental, but it's much easier just to be like, okay, this person's hair is like red with like blue shading, done. You're a 6 foot 250-pound man, you have bleached and dyed your hair pink, dark blue, and no one bet his eye. That's true. In America, yeah, you can. No one's, yeah, that's the thing. Like genuinely, when I went back to the US for the summer to visit my family and some friends, I genuinely forgot like how much, because you don't really think, I guess you just like don't really realize it when you're in just like the thick of it. But going back, man, I realized just like how style and dress and everything in the US, especially the city I was like visiting my friends in, anything goes. Like anything goes. I was seeing just like the full gambit, and I was like totally up for it. I was just like, hell yeah, all of you, like, good job, express yourselves. But if you came to Japan like that, oh my god, you would be like so confusing to people. Hey, Silver Metal Tavern, welcome in, readers. Sorry, I'm just talking about conformity in Japan right now. But welcome in. How's it going? Legends, good to see you as always. Kestrel, you as well. But Silver Metal Tavern, what were you up to? What were you playing today? But Raiders, if you don't know me, I'm Rusalka. I actually met Silver Metal Tavern during one of Actor Pat's raid trains. I think the last one, right? The wildlife raid train, I think. Maybe the one before that. I can't remember. Pat does so many delightful raid trains, but what would Japan know about conformity? Exactly. But yeah, I'm Rusalka, variety streamer, but as Amuda just pointed out, I tend to chat a lot. But we're playing Disco Elysium right now, which is kind of like a very heady, interesting dialogue-based game. It's kind of like a cult classic in many ways. Very, very dark humor, very clever. We're not very far into it because I'm meandering and I stop to chat a lot. But love to have you here if you want to hang out and lurk. If it's not your vibe, you want to bail, I will not be mad, don't worry. I'll just be disappointed in myself. No, I'm just kidding. But I'm living in Tokyo, Japan. So if you're in the US and you're a degenerate that wants to stay up late, this is the stream for you, because I stream during normal Japan hours. But late night for US folk. Unboxing a new game. Ooh. Legends, that's too kind of you. Too kind. But welcome in, everyone. Yeah, we're trying to make some progress. We're currently talking to a novelty dice maker. She's very cool. She is cool, but if you're not familiar with this game, the very, very abridged notes are we are a police detective who kind of had an existential crisis, which led to us having a multi-day bender. So we like drank a lot, probably did drugs. I don't really know. We don't know because we like woke up and we can't remember anything. So we don't remember who we are. We don't really remember our past other than just kind of like random kind of vague details. We've been assigned a partner, Lieutenant Kim, to investigate a murder that has been taking place. And in the process, we're kind of uncovering who we are, but also a lot of other kind of murky information about the city and things like that. So it's only 9:18 for you, Legends. I always forget, Legends, that you're like not that late. I always forget that you're like yeah, it's late for you as a very early. Yeah, Silver, what are you doing up? Silver never sleeps though. Never ever sleeps. But yeah, if you guys all don't know, sorry, I think I'm like the only, I don't think any of my mods are actually here right now. So let me, because again, weird hours. But yeah, any of you who don't know Ceferino Tavern, go check out. You do a lot of like board games and like card game stuffs. I'm not talking well today, I'm so sorry. But they're very interesting. And your setup's really cool. Like your camera is like, I just got a new camera, but your camera is like crisp and nice. Okay, I was gonna say, like, every time I've tuned in, it's been a board game, but then I was like, is that gonna just show that, like, I only tune in, or if it's like you only do board games on one night a week, is that gonna show that I, like, only tune in on a certain night? Sometimes I've done that before, where I've been like, oh yeah, they're always playing, like, Final Fantasy, and then the person's like, well, actually, I only do that on, like, this day of the month, and I'm like, oh shit. Well, sorry. Best board game streamer in the world, Ceferino Tavern. You heard it here first. You heard it from Legends first. You heard it from me second. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Okay, that's a lot. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense then. Then I'm not crazy. You do board games a lot. Silver, hello to you as well. Only 2:19. Dan Hammer, you too. You're up late. Not as late though, I think. You all are crazy. I don't know how you do it. Somebody asked me the other day, they were like, it was 11 p.m. while they were asking me this question, by the way. They were like, oh, what time do you usually go to bed? And I was like, around 11 p.m. And they were like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I was like, yeah, stop texting me. Yeah, I usually go to bed around like 11, but I wake up around like 5:30. 11:30 p.m. Yeah, Banhammer, I would be like probably either in bed reading or like trying, like eyes closed, potentially sleeping. It's only a point of evidence of my memory of their stream schedule, not much about sanity. Yeah, more of my memory, which I think we know my memory is not good. Kingdom Death Monster. Well, that sounds intriguing. We're asking the dice maker about other like businesses in this building right now. Did someone here make stuffed animals? I saw mounts lying around.
You mean Mr. Fabron, the taxidermist? No, he mostly just did drugs.
Oh, I should mention, because I assume part of my conscience is going to chime in here. In this game, you also have like all of your internal like traits and consciousness and stuff will chime in and like make observations. I forgot about that clip. Thank you, Silver. You have a new bed on the way. Ooh, Friday. Is it one of those that's like comes vacuum packed or whatever? I was shocked. The bed I got here, yeah, it was like in such a, you just like unroll it and let it like sit out overnight and then it was good to go. It's crazy how like compact they got it. Getting mattresses nowadays is so much easier than what it used to be. Furniture. So you got like a real deal one then. You didn't get the cheap one like I did. You go to bed at 9:30 and sleep until 3:30 and then nap at 10:30 one day. Wow. That is like, so it's kind of like just a day full of, that's like how I eat. I eat like 5 small meals a day. Not really, not anymore, but like that's how I used to try to do it. But you're taking like little short sleeps throughout the day. Cheap one's perfectly nice, but it requires room to set up. And you didn't have, yeah,
But
that's
what drugs exactly?
Yeah, I was like, I knew electrochemistry was going to ask about the drugs, because that's our drug fueled part of our body, who's currently jonesing for any sort of chemical we can put in ourselves. I was 3 days to rise. That does sound like bread. It's still saner than your mom's schedule, but mom cannot be said to it's fair. So yeah, that's the thing, Silver. It's like you work like a full job plus another job. You're like waking up early, and yet Silver, you must be like 19 years old because you got the endurance of a child in terms of sleep schedule. I used to be able to stay up like, I used to function on like 4 hours of sleep, 3 hours of sleep, and like not have too much problems. Like I'd be a little tired, but I wouldn't be like that bad. Now it's like if I don't get like 5 hours, I'm bound to get a migraine by like 4 p.m. Like I feel hungover. It's like the worst. I actually, not getting sleep affects me more than drinking sometimes. Like I feel worse from not getting enough sleep than drinking occasionally. I say that and then I'm gonna probably have a really bad hangover from drinking 2 beers or something in this weekend. You hung out with Silver Metal Tavern in person once? How did that go, Legends? Is it as great as I thought? I mean, you're still friends, so I assume it went okay. Body can't hurt if you don't let it rest. Silver, I don't know about that. Let it pass.
Anything else?
Found creepy mannequins.
There used to be a fashion atelier here, but I have forgotten the head designer's name. They were doing well for a couple of years until the insect rights activists came.
Dad, why can't you sleep? Dad, you need to go to sleep. I'm sorry, son. You having trouble sleeping? Being here probably isn't gonna help, but I always appreciate you being here, Sammy. He beat you in a game you played? You still like him? Oh, that's very kind. That's very kind of you. That's a true friend, Legends. Legends, what board games have you been up to lately? Sammy, this might be the last time you get to see my hair this color. Everyone, for a while. I'm getting it dyed tomorrow. So, probably will never be this, it won't be this exact color ever again, probably, but you get a day off tomorrow. Hell yeah. Is that why you're here, Muda? Because you can afford it. You can afford the sleep. You have to be awake in 6 hours, Sammy. Sammy, please. I'm doing... Sammy, I don't know. That's the problem. I want to do like a more natural shade of red. We'll just say that. I want like a more natural shade of red. This is too like pink. When this hits the sunlight, it is like fluorescent pink. So I want something that's like a little bit more of like a natural red. I know the Makima. That's the thing is I'm yeah, we'll probably not fit the Makima mold anymore. I am wearing a tie. See, this is why everyone was like, you look like her, because I tend to dress very like formal on my own. What was it? Only yes or wolf. I don't need a dog that says no. Was that it? You played with Kestrel as well? Oh, how do you meet all these cool people in person and get to play games? You're a lucky person. I didn't want to gender you because I didn't know. So I just said person. Sorry. Yeah. Let's go. Did I tell you I sent a picture, like the picture of me being Makima, to my friend who was one of the people who told me that I should cosplay as her, and she was like, you look too you look too nice in all the photos. Like, she said I didn't look evil enough. I was like, okay. I'm like, I don't know the character, but I know she's like not a good person apparently. But yeah, my friend was like, no, you look too nice, like too wholesome, too nice. And I was like, well, that's the first time in my life I've been told that. An insect rights activist. What in the name of?
The atelier produced a certain collection that used chitin among the materials. Apparently chitin is made in the Occident, where it's extracted from beetle wings.
Yeah, I will kind of miss that. I will miss that, like, opportunity to do such an easy cosplay. I also didn't do the Jessie from Pokemon cosplay yet, but I'll just probably end up getting a wig or something. I thought I would have done it by now. I was like, oh yeah, well, I have this hair, I'm gonna do that Jessie cosplay. I just like have not had the time. I have not had the time to get the stuff. I have a skirt, but I haven't made the shirt yet, and I just like, I need to coordinate with G's and Wendy. But yeah, I'll just have to get a wig, or who knows, maybe my hair, like maybe they will fuck it up and it'll just be this color again. Or maybe the color they change it to will still work a bit, but this is definitely like the Jessie hair color, I feel like. She's a well-designed villain. See, those are the best ones. The villains that you really like, or like where you know they're evil but you can't help but like them. Those are my favorite ones. Actually, Crooked and I were having a good, I felt like a good conversation about villains the other day, because I think Crooked and I have a similar style of like the types of villains that we like.
And you know how all kinds of political movements are big in the Occident. The activists shut down the biggest chitin supplier, which of course caused the price to skyrocket.
And then everyone wants it.
And, naturally, all the most fashionable tastemakers refused to be seen in chitin from then on. The atelier went bankrupt before they could finish the collection.
Oh, that's a shame. I'm glad that someone took care of the little guys. I like insects. But insects don't have any brains or feelings. That's not what I was going to say. I was going to say, like, insects have... There's a lot of them. So it's not like they're endangered or anything. But also, I don't know if they, like... They have brains, don't they? Only 5.7k points to a lullaby. Sammy, for you, I would almost do one for free, but I don't know what song I would sing. I don't know what song I would sing. If I had one in my head, I'd be like, there we go. But, yeah. Murder? Karaoke? Hey, old man Polonius. Yeah, can't they go hand in hand, murder and karaoke? Yeah, but I can't. Only because you're my son, Sammy. Or my dad. Can't remember. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. But I can't think of a song to sing. We got an ad break coming up as well. So, in a minute here, we're going to have some ads. Yeah, for free. So... around here we take a little bit extended ad breaks, about 3 minutes, because I just do one an hour. But during that ad break, exactly, Sammy. During that ad break, I'll put up words on stream, so you can play along if you want, but feel free, it's a good time to like stretch, go get some water, whatever you need, just to give yourself a little bit of time. I won't be advancing in the game or anything in the meantime. We'll come back and we'll make a decision about what we want to say about insects, I guess. But yeah, I'll see you here in a little bit. Hopefully the words on stream just works out. If not, give me a second and I'll reboot it or whatever. But see you in a couple minutes. Bye bye. So if you're here for a speed stream, you'll be disappointed. I'm gonna be the very best. My mom, she told me not to eat the Pokemon. I said, that seems like a good idea. We gotta put it in the theme song. because people have been confused about that lately. This is what you wanted, chat, right? This is what you wanted. Our engine runs on mistakes here. Uh-oh. No! I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to actually hurt somebody. Where's she going now? You know? Oh, you moonwalk. You're fast and slippery. I shouldn't say things like that. No, chat, don't, chat. Chat, we talked about this. You're not supposed to give me away so fast. Like, you gotta, like, lead in with, like, oh, she's a great person. Like, she, like, gives to charity and occasionally commits crimes. Like, you gotta, like, soften the blow. My bloodlust cannot be satisfied. What? You know what? I'm on a murder spree. Come on. Kill that man, step on his head so it looks like an accident. Look, it's better to go to jail than to die at my hands, I would think, right? I was trying to be all cozy and like comfy for this stream today, but yet I default back to my old ways. Fuck the Aristocats. He broke his legs. I broke his legs. But truly, honestly, don't eat the Pokemon. I'm gonna be the very best. Like no one ever was. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all.